Hey guys, welcome to Purple Rain. Alright, so Chi held it down in the last video, which was 2 weeks back, and I think we agreed that we'll be following that 2-week routine because she has school and I have school, and sometimes things can get hectic and time to shoot can be really limited. But I felt like her video was awesome. Thank you, Chi, and I miss you so much. It was relatable and your comments proved that, so thank you guys for the support so far. So today I'm going to be doing the same thing, my transition from high school into now, which I'm still figuring out because I'm not grown up yet, or not grown up like that, but I'm getting there. So obviously my last year in high school, I had an idea of what I wanted to do. And that was media and communication. So that means getting into radio, into TV, because I grew up watching a lot of Oprah Winfrey, and I was inspired by how Oprah Winfrey, Tyra Banks show, all those shows. So I was inspired by Rachel Ray, exactly. So I was inspired by how you get to meet people, get to hear their stories, understand what has made them who they are, get to know where they're coming from, where they're going, how they are who they are right now. And I wanted that experience such that I wanted it bad. So I started off in high school doing things like public speaking, which helped with getting to talk to people, because you also need to communicate when you get to talk to people. So there are two reasons why mainly I wanted to do media communications. Reasons why I still want to do media and communications: one, because I love to speak clearly, and two, I love meeting people and networking, which helps with one, because once you know what's going on in the world through the people that you meet, you get to speak about sensible things, sensible topics, So I had to choose between doing what I love and doing what was sensible, because when you choose a career, I feel you need to look 5-10 years down the line. So the big decision, I realized, yes, I want to do media and communication, but I also had to think about, is our industry growing such that I can have a long-lasting career in that industry? Will it get me places? Will I be able to exert this feistiness and this fight and urge that I have to make sure that I fulfill my passion? And I didn't see myself doing that in the next 5-10 years. So I needed that validation, that Joshua, you know what, this thought of yours is not going to go somewhere if you want to stay in Zim, because I didn't want to leave the country. I didn't do so well in foreign countries. Clearly Chi is braver than I am. She's doing well, and a whole lot of other people that are in foreign countries are doing so well. Some of you guys are already graduating, but I felt like it wasn't for me. So it was either I was staying in Zimbabwe or I was going to another country to pursue my media and communication dreams. And when I told my mom that, I then made the decision that I didn't want to go out of the country, but I wanted to do media and communication. And my mom was like, it's not to make sense, Jojo. And in English, that is to say, does that actually make sense? You see that the media industry in our country is not doing so well, so why would you want to put yourself in that position? And I understood where she was coming from. I really do. So the big decision was basically choosing between my passion and something else, and that something else was going to be related to business or entrepreneurship, which are things that I already have always wanted to do. I've grown up in an entrepreneurial environment. My parents are entrepreneurs, so that's something that I always wanted to do. So I had to choose between doing media and communication and doing something related to that. And so I decided to be a chartered accountant. Yay! And the decision was driven mainly by this one time we had a career guidance session at school, in high school, and these guys came through, handsome guys in fancy cars, and they came to talk to us about how to become a chartered accountant, how to apply into an auditing firm, which are called into one of the auditing firms called the Big Four. And I was like, I want to be a chartered accountant today because handsome guys, tick, 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 fancy cars, tick, 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 tick. And I was like, this is for me. I was like, yes, this is definitely for me. But I then walked out of there and I'm like, wow, one of the requirements was 13 points. I thought to myself, Takuds Natalie Chaduk, how are you going to get 13 points at A level? It seemed so far from what I could achieve, and I was putting myself down, which is something that I've learned I should never do. I can achieve it, I can do it. So I walked out of there. I was like, yes, I'm going to be a chartered accountant. So we write exams, write A-level exams. We finished, results come out. The day I collected my results, I remember that day so well. I remember it so well. I remember it super well, to the point where I remember Nyasha Chaps, my friend. Hey Nyasha, he came to see me after I got my results and he's like, oh, Natalie, what did you get? I'm like, 12 points. Like, oh, well done fam, well done. He was so excited. And I looked at him like, it's not what I need. I needed an extra point, you know. It's like, but you did well. Like, be proud of yourself because you did well. And I realized in that moment that I did do well, because I then remembered the struggle of studying, the late nights, all of those things. I remembered all those things, and I was so grateful that I had gotten what I had gotten. And so the next step was to apply to any one of those 4 firms, the Big Four, which are Deloitte, KPMG, PricewaterhouseCoopers, shortened as PwC, and then of course Ernst & Young. And so I applied to all 4. I only got responses from KPMG and PwC, but PwC then got back to me way later than KPMG had, and so I'd already signed with KPMG. And just so I go back a bit, KPMG interviews were bittersweet. Like, they were enjoyable because it was with a whole bunch of new people, you know, getting to know new people. But at the same time, they were so intense. Like, it was so nerve-wracking. Like, you don't even understand. And then one of the first interviews that we had an impromptu session. So impromptu session, I hear there's an impromptu session. I'm like, yes, that is my zone. So I was like, this is my zone, I can kill this. I was like, yes, bring it. And so fate has it, my surname is Chaduka. It starts with a C. In the crowd, in the hundreds of people, like we were 100 and something that we were, there was no one with a surname that starts with an A, no one with a surname that starts with a B, and I had to be the first person to do the impromptu. So they call out my name. I walk up to the stage. I'm like, yes, girl, this is my time. Yes, please. I get there. I pick the topic from the hat, and it read street kids. I was like, oh my gosh, street kids. I was like, no, but Taku, you can do this. Have faith in this. So I started speaking. I spoke for a minute went by, and I walked that stage like a boss. I walked up off that stage like I had the world in my hands. And I was so proud of myself, you know. I was so excited, and I enjoyed it. So as I walk off the stage, went to sit down, interview got finished. A few weeks later, we get called back, and I hear that I got the job. I was so excited. My mom cried. My mom was screaming. She was crying because I got the call and I was in the kitchen. I was cooking breakfast. And I was so ecstatic. So September 2015, I started my training towards being a chartered accountant at KPMG Zimbabwe. and it's been 2 years now, and I've enjoyed every second of it. So what happens with this program, what we call articles, is you're training towards being a chartered accountant. And if you're coming, like for me, if you were coming from A level, you'd have a 5-year contract. So my contract is 5 years, and I've done 2 years of that so far. So the 5 years consists of 3 years of your undergraduate program, which is your degree, which I'm currently doing with the University of South Africa, in short UNISA. And then after those 3 years, there's a year of a postgraduate degree, which is called CTA. If you're well versed with the accounting field, CTA stands for Certificate of Theory in Accounting. So after CTA, we then have board exams. I'm pretty sure medicine and law have board exams as well, where you are now qualifying or being certified at a particular profession. So the board exams are in the last year of my 5-year contract, and so far I've enjoyed it. So at the end of the next 3 years, I should be a chartered accountant, which is around when I'm 24. So yeah, it's been good. It's studying and working, because what we actually do is we work. I'm an articled clerk, which means I go for audits. I'm an auditor. Those people that people run away from in companies. Yes, that is us. But I've enjoyed it, and the reason why I then decided, because it's not like I have decided to stop going for media and communication. I've somewhat just postponed it. I've told myself, I'm in this situation right now, I'll do what I should do right now. And that's another lesson I've learned. Don't ever give up on what you want to do. Postpone it. Yes, postponement happens all the time. There's a time for every single thing in your life, and it might not be now, but it will be someday. And I've decided to postpone my media and communication dream, because I know that one day I'll be able to fulfill it. It's just probably not now. So articles was my next best thing, because I'm gaining experience as a chartered accountant, and I'm also gaining a profession. And so even after I'm done, I decided to start working early. Even after I'm done, I've gained experience. Maybe I have capital to start whatever business that I feel like I want to start at that time. And so I've not given up, clearly, because this is another platform for me to practice that skill of, delivering a message. So I'm enjoying it, and the past 2 years have been hectic, because I've realized that there's a lot of balance that is required in life, because you're working. I'm speaking about me. I'm working, and as an auditor, you have deadlines. People's financial statements need to be signed by a particular date, because shareholders and stakeholders want to see what's going on in a business. So you have deadlines. Sometimes you work up until the AMs, 12 a.m., 1 a.m. At the same time, you have assignments that are due, because your degree needs to be done, girl. And you also have family that you need to commit to. You need to have a social life. And all those things, sometimes I feel like I'm being pulled in all different directions. So you need to find a balance somehow, and I've been trying to find a way to do that. I was actually speaking to one of my friends, and I'm like, I need a balance in my life, and I'm still trying to see where my feet are able to land. It shouldn't be on very hot ground or very cold ground. I should be somewhere in the middle where I can balance all those things. And this experience with articles has helped me do that, juggling working and school. It has helped me do it, and I have not regretted postponing my media pursuit. I've not regretted it so much. I've appreciated the experience that I've had so far, and so yeah, it's been good. It's been good. I've enjoyed it. I'm trying to think what else could I have missed out right now. I've enjoyed it, and I don't regret it at all. I love what I do. I love what I'm doing. In fact, articles has helped me work with different people, which also helps with networking. So I get to still meet people and talk to people even as I'm doing auditing or accounting, and I love it. So in as much as I'm going to get the money from the profession, So help me God. I'm also going to be able to say I worked with some great people, and if I can't find a job, maybe I'll say, hey, do you remember me? I audited you. I gave you financial statements on time. So can you give me a job? No, I'm kidding, guys. But yes, it's been good. So even as I work at KPMG, because I still want to do media and communication, I've not lost my zeal to working towards my speaking and communication skills, such that I am part of the Toastmasters International club. So I'm a Toastmaster, and at KPMG we have KPMG Toastmasters Club. Please visit our KPMG Toastmasters Club page on Facebook. I am the immediate past president of the club and also the public relations manager or person for the club. So it is my duty to direct people to visit the page. So please visit the page and like the page, see what we get up to. So what basically Toastmasters International is all about is we strive to making better our communicating and our speaking skills, as well as the leadership side of things. And so because I want to become an entrepreneur, the skills that I gain from being a Toastmaster will help me in executing my entrepreneurial role in whatever business that I will be doing. So in Zimbabwe, or is it in Harare, we have like 12 clubs, and you're free to visit any club, which is part of the networking that I love to do. Like I said, I love to meet people. So Toastmasters has helped me to meet so many great people in all these great clubs, and it's been great. It's been wonderful. And you can still attend meetings in all these other clubs, and they welcome you with open arms. It's amazing. So I do that. I'm a Toastmaster. It helps with the speaking, helps with the communicating, it helps with the leadership, and I love it. And even at work, I've also emceed a couple of events. Yes, one of the young people to do that, I think. So I've emceed a couple of events, just so I stay in touch with my passion. I don't want to lose it. I don't want to say one day I could have done this, but I didn't. So I'm still trying to, whatever opportunity I can get, to still do what I really love. I'm taking it by the bull's horns. I'm doing it. And unfortunately or fortunately, I'll never experience university, the physical form of it. But I'm happy to say that this plan of mine is going well, because by 24, if I qualify by 24, I want to leave the accounting field by 30 or 35 so that I pursue these other dreams. And what's a dream without a sacrifice, you know? So I love it. And what I wanted to point out as well was the fact that, remember, I didn't have the 13 points that were required, but I still got the job. And always have faith in yourself. Everyone has shortcomings. Everyone has things that they're amazing at. But have that fight in you that says, yes, I know that on a daily, I may not be able to do this, but today is not just any day. Today I'm going to do this. And I've realized that kind of mentality is important. It says, Napoleon Hill says, what your mind can conceive, what is it? I wrote it down somewhere. What your mind can conceive and believe, the mind can achieve. Yes. So if your mind believes that you're going to be able to do something, best believe that you are going to do it. And no matter what people may say, it's always going to be done. Because when I decided to do articles, a lot of people would say, yo, articles are hard. It's a lot of hard work. But what isn't hard? What isn't? What does not require a little more effort than the average person would have put in? A lot of people don't make it in this life because they decided to sit at home and do what isn't hard, or decided to be comfortable, decided to be in their comfort zone. People step out of their comfort zones because that is what makes you exceptional. It sets you apart from everybody else. And that is exactly what I wanted to do. So I've enjoyed this journey so far, and I will continue to enjoy it. That's my dad about to leave. I will continue to enjoy it because I chose it, and I'll still continue to enjoy it even when I start doing my other passion. So yeah, I think that's it, guys. I hope you've gotten something from this. I hope it's been a wonderful video for you. I hope I wasn't too boring. It might be too long because I talk too much, but please bear with me. We'll soon learn about this time thing. Your black people at time, you know how that is. So my summary for my adulting experience is go for whatever you want. Yes, it might not happen now, it might be so delayed, but go for it. Make effort towards it. And if it's postponed, like I have postponed my dreams, make sure that at a time that you have told yourself that you're gonna do it, you must do it. Don't let the haters, the people out there say, we knew it, she could have never done it, we knew it. Always be for what you want to do, and that's exactly what I'm doing. So I hope you guys have enjoyed the video. Please remember to subscribe, to like, to comment, to share, tell a person, to tell the next person, to tell the other person that Purple Rain is about to do some crazy stuff out here, and continue to support us, guys. I feel the love because I see it in the comments, and thank you so much. God bless, and I hope to see you in the next video. So